Hello everyone. We have seen categories of entrepreneurs. In this session we'll be discussing about characteristic of entrepreneurship. So the first characteristic is entrepreneurs are someone who command major part of the wealth. Command, I mean to say that they own a wealth, they give direction for that. A very good example for this point is Mukesh Ambani. He is, as per the recent updates, he is fifth or sixth richest person in the world. He owns Reliance Industries Limited. He revolutionized the telecom sector a few years back when he launched Jio. So he's someone who is commanding a huge part of economic decisions in India and now over the world, because India owns 1.3 billion of population, which is uh, a very huge part of 7 or 7.5 billion population of world. So similar kind of entrepreneurs are someone who command major part of the wealth in any country. The second point is entrepreneurs. The second characteristics point is value builders. Entrepreneurs are value builders. So basically, uh, we take the same example of Mukesh Ambani and his Jio venture, where if we see these three pictures, even a school girls or boys, teenager boys, or even a vegetable vendor, after Jio launched its affordable data at a very price conscious, low cost rate in India, which is rarely the same rate is possible in any other part of the world. Jio is revolutionized a very affordable rate. Everyone has access to data. Data means internet. Internet means information, and information means knowledge. That means it is creating a high value for the society. Even a rural part of the village has access to 3G, 4G, now 4G data, and soon it will be 5G data very easily at a very affordable rate. So that's entrepreneurs are, the second point is entrepreneurs someone who are value builders. The third point is they are risk assumers. Initially, if we see, because we are taking an example of Jio. So the third point is also, if we can understand with the Jio's case study, initial 3 to 4 years, Mukesh Ambani through his Jio venture in RIL did expense of close to 2 lakh crores of investment. So he had to, because he was not allowed to enter in the 3G market, he had to go for 4G with specialized towers. He was not even allowed to use other towers. So he built his own tower, used his own infrastructure, hired a very qualified professionals from all over the world. These are the kind of risk, and of course the capital investment of close to 2 lakh crores only in initial 3 to 4 years. So these are the kind of risk. So he assumed those risks in a very early time of the Jio when he conceptualized the Jio venture. So the third characteristic is they are the risk assumers. They understand the market. They see that it has a high value in the future. So the third point is they are a risk assumer. A very good example is Mukesh Ambani, as we discussed. The fourth point is entrepreneurs are judicious in distributing values. Judicious, we mean to say that when we saw the definition of entrepreneurs, they don't own all the resources. They take a land, they use the labor of someone else, they use the capital of someone else. Their main contribution is their own mind and their passion to drive that, to introduce that innovation. So when they sell or when they make a profit, when the revenue comes, they distribute all the wealth among his partners or his stakeholders. So they are judicious in distributing values. Means Reliance, let's take an example of Reliance. It's a company listed in Indian stock market. So there are different shareholders who owns Reliance. Now even a foreign investors also has come in Jio. So every stakeholder has their stake. They have that percentage. So when profit comes, Reliance distributes all the profit among all its shareholders. So they are judicious in distributing the values. That is what the point try to convey. The next point is they contribute to the society. Whether we take a first characteristic of command major part of the wealth, or a value builder to even a remote village in India for data, or a or even assuming a risk and investing huge money, creating a lot of jobs. Or the fourth point is judicious in distributing values. All the each and every point supports this fifth point, that they contribute to the society, they contribute to the overall economic development of the country. So that's what entrepreneurs do, and that's what a very important characteristic of an entrepreneur. The next point is whether entrepreneurs are having an innate or acquired qualities. Now this is quite a debatable point. A lot of people often say that entrepreneurs are someone who are born, who having this innate skill, or some people also argue that they acquired qualities. Now let us take an example of Dhirubhai Ambani, who co-founded Reliance Industries with some of his co-founders. Reliance Industries, after his death, Reliance Industries were separated among two brothers. Both the brothers mutually decided to follow their own direction, and they distributed the wealth among both of them majorly. So the companies were distributed among both the brothers. Now recently Anil Ambani declared himself bankrupt, and Mukesh Ambani became the fifth richest person in the world. That means both are from a same family, but every time all the qualities are not innate. What made Mukesh Ambani fifth richest and what made Anil Ambani became bankrupt, those are acquired qualities. I mean, over time you do business, you stay in the market, you learn from your mistakes, you learn from your peers, and you acquire a lot of skills, which becomes a very critical part to do business in the market. So all the qualities are not innate. I believe that a lot of qualities which plays a very important role in entrepreneurship is acquired over time. And the last point, which we'll be discussing elaborately in the next session, is about how different entrepreneur is from capitalist, technocrat, executive, entrepreneur, and a self-employed person. So basically, entrepreneur having a innovative mindset, capitalist owns money, technocrat is from technology background, executive having a managerial skill. Entrepreneur will discuss in detail in the next session on entrepreneur and self-employed person. Thank you.